Hello, Cares family. Hop in, say hello. My children are here. You've been warned. Let me make sure I'm actually live before I start chattering. I hope we are all having as much of a safe and healthy 2020 that we possibly can. Happy December 1st. Today is Giving Tuesday. So we are doing, us here at Cares is doing a all day. You guys get to hear from other moms. You get to hear from ABA specialists and autism mamas. Hello. Good, I'm on. And we're going to try to raise some funds for this Cares thing on our Giving Tuesday. I am here to share a little bit about my story. My story is my kid's story. I do not have autism. My kids do. So, but I do live this crazy autism world with them. So, I'm here to talk about having two kiddos on the spectrum. I have a boy and a girl. So you don't hear as often about girls and autism as you do boys with autism, but there are girls who are on the autism spectrum. So I'm here to talk a little bit about my experience with that. My name is Brandy. Hello. I know it says it in the description. My name is Brandy, and I've been volunteering with Cares. This made a connection from my son's ABA program. And we formed this little community of other moms, and it's been absolutely amazing to have some kind of connection with other moms, other families, and also to be able to have activities that I can bring my kids to where we feel comfortable and we feel supported and we don't feel judged. Too often in this autism world, if you've listened to our other lives, if you haven't, you need to scroll back and listen to our other lives. We've heard from a few other mamas and some ABA specialists. So we are going to, I think a lot in this autism world, we don't get the support we need because we feel isolated. And isolated seems to be one of the words for 2020. We feel isolated. My family, not so much. I don't feel like 2020 has been so bad on us. There was a few months, just as probably most of you all had, where you felt disconnected because we were kind of in lockdown mode. All of our ABA services ended because we couldn't safely be out and about. My family is out and about, I think, more than some other families are. So it was almost... It wasn't all that terrible to actually have a forced break for a minute. My son is 6 years old. My daughter is 10. And we have been doing this autism thing for a really long time, and also at a short time, so I'll explain that. But it gave us a chance to take a break as a family for a few months there. But as soon as services were back, we were back. So it was, do you guys want to come or do you guys want to do virtual? Yeah. When can I drop them off? So my daughter continued to do virtual. So she also, both my kids do an ABA program. They are two separate ABA programs. We are so blessed, #blessed, thankful that we have a chance to have access to not only one, but two programs. But that doesn't happen enough here, especially here in the state of West Virginia. So both my kids do ABA, and their ABA programs are different because my kids are different and they have different needs. So my daughter is new to the autism diagnosis, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that. So our 2020 has been a little crazy, a little bit more isolated than I would care for, but we made it through. And we were so very happy to be able to get back to some of the CARES activities. So CARES is doing Giving Tuesday. So if you can give, guys, that would be awesome. I know this year has been tough for some of you financially, so don't exert yourself. But if you can give or even be a monthly donor, that would be awesome. The link is in the description where you can donate through Kindful, or if you want to, you can through Facebook. Facebook can be a little tricky when it comes to donations. So if you can do it through the CARES website, that would be great. So Giving Tuesday, you're just going to hear a little bit about us. So first of all, my son does ABA and has been doing ABA since he was the age of 3, almost 4. We started where most families do. Both my kids started with birth to 3. Both of it was because they weren't they weren't on a developmental level where they should be. Both my kids were late talkers. My son is still nonverbal. He does not speak. He talks through his talker, his communication device. And that's something our ABA has been amazing to be able to provide for us. So that they introduce everything with him, with his talker, and he is a whiz at it. He can communicate fully, but he's not able to use his voice yet. My daughter, on the other hand, will talk to you all day long, but she was a late talker, so we did birth to 3 with both kids, and then my daughter was kind of just set loose to the world because it was just SPD. It was just speech delay. It was just language delay. We had food aversions. So she was kind of just set loose. We did a couple years in an awesome preschool program, and then that was it. So my son came along, and it was a little bit of a different thing with him. We knew from my daughter that he was not talking when he should be, so we got early intervention much earlier with him than what we did with her. And then through our Birth to 3 program, we made connections with the ABA world here in West Virginia. And we had ABA actually in the home with Birth to 3. And then that led us to our connection with our current ABA program. ABA is applied behavioral analysis. You guys will hear a lot about that too, but I'll leave that up to the experts. It is clinically proven to, and I can speak from the parent side that it has made all the difference for both my kids and their journey on the autism spectrum. So my son, he was on the West Virginia wait list. West Virginia doesn't have enough programs. Guys, we don't have enough access to autism services here. There's not enough ABA providers, if at all. It is expensive. Insurances don't cover. A lot of these parents, a lot of you are having to fight for services, which is not okay, and it shouldn't be that way. So here comes CARES to help provide you guys with an outlet and a place to be and something for your kids to do and included and feel loved while you're out here fighting for services and wait list. So my son was on the wait list for almost a year. I think it was about 8 months or so. Which is relatively short. So we started going a few hours a day. We started dropping him off, and he went a few hours a day. And then it led to an afternoon into a morning time, and now he goes every day, Monday through Friday, except for today, guys. We were snowed in today. Anybody else? So my son does a 9 to 3 every day, Monday through Friday program. And from that, my daughter, the autism thing popped out. We never really we had went to all the specialists and tried to figure things out. And the specialists are like, no, not autism, because this happens, guys. Boys more than girls, 4 to 1. Boys get diagnosed more than girls. That doesn't mean girls are not on the autism spectrum. Girls are diagnosed much later. They mask better. If you don't know what masking is, it's I had to pull it up. It's hard to explain. So, you know how you wear a mask and then at the end of the day, sometimes you're like, whew, I can let myself loose again, right? So, masking is performing social behaviors that are deemed neurotypical, normal. Dare I say normal? I know some people stray away from that word. Girls don't get diagnosed as often because they mask really well. We can go out and put on a face that everything's okay and then go home and lose it. But the problem with that is that boys seem to be more withdrawn and isolated. Autism just sticks out more, I think, sometimes with boys. So with my daughter, we were like, oh, okay, it's just speech. She's just struggling to be able to communicate. And so we had an incident happen. Okay, first of all, we went to with ABA, we with my son's program, that opened up this whole community of other moms and providers, and they were like, hey, like her, and we're like, no, it's just speech. Like, it's just, it's just this. It's not autism. They told us no. And then we had an incident. So thank you to you moms know who you are, and you providers know who you are, that opened up my mind to say, hey, listen, you need to go back and you need to pursue this again because they're not telling you correctly. So we went back to address, and we had an incident. I'm not going to go into that. She's here hanging out, and she listens to everything I say. I did give her a chance to get on camera today. She is not interested. So you won't see my kids unless they dart around. She had an incident, and after that, she was not able to tell us what had happened. So we took her back to the specialist, and we demanded that autism get marked, because if we weren't able to get that autism diagnosis, autism opens up this whole world of services that you can't get. So guys, autism is not a bad thing. Autism is not, I know you hear a lot of this where your parents go into a struggle where they're like, oh my gosh, it's autism. What do I do? Where do I go? It opens up a whole other world of being able to get services that you might not be able to get. So my daughter was finally diagnosed with a little push from Mama Bear here. So walked up in there, sign it now. I need autism on her papers so that we can get services. So she is now also in an ABA program, not the same one as my son. And 2020 has been her year. She has absolutely blossomed and bloomed and been able to, her being able to communicate with us has grown so much, and him too. He's rocking his program. They both are. And we are so thankful that we have this here in West Virginia, but not all of you do. And that's where CARE steps in for you to be able to get access to better services, bring more providers here to West Virginia so more kids can be serviced. These wait lists are outrageous, and it should not be this way, guys. And then be able to give you guys an outreach and a community to come hang out with mamas like us, and not feel like you're all alone, and not feel like you're judged when you can't relate with other parents, because that's not what your kids are going through. So even though 2020's been rough, this summer we were able to go back to CARES. CARES does camp every summer, so we love camp. Camp gives us, it's free to you guys. These programs are free. You can go to bring your kids to camp. I'm in Hurricane, West Virginia. We are in the Putnam County area of West Virginia. CARES is also based around here. So we are able to do camp over in Scott Depot, West Virginia, and swimming and kayaking and boating and archery and all these camp things that your kids can come and do completely free. It's been absolutely amazing for the kids to be able to hang out with other kids and me be able to have a break with other moms. So it's been nice to be able to connect and have an outreach. So CARES is so important, but we need you guys, if you can, to give for Giving Tuesday. Okay, I think I have talked plenty. Up next, you guys have some more mamas coming to tell their stories. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to CARES and the director, Sarah, you heard from this morning. You'll be able to reach out to her, and she's here to help you guys at any time. I think that's it. I know I'm probably forgetting something, but you guys, thank you so much for listening to us. I know we're blowing up your Facebook today, but it's for a good cause. So be sure to go to the description link and click for Giving Tuesday. And if you can donate, if you're interested in volunteering, please contact us. If you have questions, just reach out at any time. We're here to help. All right, you guys. Again, my name is Brandy. I have 2 kiddos on the autism spectrum, a boy and a girl. So if that helps you guys relate in any way, that you're not alone. And I know 2020 has been, I'm trying not to cuss on the public site. 2020 has been rough, but we got through it, guys, because we're here in December and we're ready to rock 2021. So 2021, there should be plenty more coming for CARES. Thanks to you guys and your donations. Much love. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.